Interests me, again, reading your fantastic book, that you describe the time when Paul Levesque, Triple H, came into the company, trained by Killer Kowalski. His journey is quite incredible, really, when you think of where he is now in the company. I mean, is that a wrestling success story? You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know how you summarize that. You know, I have a certain amount of respect for Triple H. When I remember when he first came in, I remember complimenting on stuff that he did. Because I usually give wrestlers my thoughts on what they, you know, and try to help them and stuff. Yeah. But I can remember when Paul first came in, I remember talking to him. I said, "You really do a lot of really nice stuff out there," and I really kind of, he was always a very good wrestler. Not Sean, but Triple H was always a good wrestler. But great, I don't know, what is he, 1,000-time world champion now, or, you know, like, I don't know, like, how great really is he?
Well, how great are any of them these days when the titles change hands so
well, even, like, I look at Punk, I can look at certain wrestlers and I go, this guy is an innovator, like a Rey Mysterio can come up with, has done stuff that nobody ever thought of before. Punk has done stuff that really unique moves, and you go, geez, I've never seen anything like that before. And they do things that are, they innovate all the time, and they create new sequences of moves and things that, and like I said before, a little tip your, nod your hat to, you know, I'm going to do the elbow off the second rope for Bret Hart today, and that kind of stuff. But you see this talent out there sometimes, and then you look at someone like Triple H, and I know, when I look at him, he's always had a good look as far as his body went. You know, he always had a pretty muscular physique. But you look at someone like Hunter and you go, what has he ever really done? Like, what is he, one move that he ever created that nobody ever saw before? Some high spots or an idea for a match, or I got this idea, or, you know, like, I don't know what he ever brought to the table. He's mostly a guy that showed up and they've made him. He's always been a decent wrestler. I would consider him a pretty good wrestler and pretty talented. But great? I don't know. I don't think so. And if he's running the show, it goes back to my whole argument before. You got guys that are telling everyone what to do. What has he ever done? That's great. Like, he's never had a great match, I don't think, ever. Whenever I look at Triple H's matches, including the last one he had with Undertaker, and I don't really mean it as a knock, but I told myself before I watched it, because I'm trying to like Paul now these days, I go, I want to see him do something to make me think, yeah, he's got greatness in him. But before Triple H wrestled Undertaker last year, was that last year? I remember watching it and going, I can picture the whole match in my head before. I can tell exactly what this match is going to be like and how it's going to go. And I remember watching it, and it was exactly like I predicted. Like, it was exactly, mostly brawling around on the floor and doing stuff that, a lot of times that is pretty easy wrestling. That's just walking around, running somebody into the wall, and, you know, it's not really, it's not complicated. It's not. There's no genius behind it. And maybe they couldn't, maybe they were limited because of the type of match they were in. But I just thought, you're both supposed to be these great wrestlers, and Undertaker is a great wrestler. Let's see you deliver it. And I thought it was mediocre at best, and maybe a 4 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. Okay. Whereas guys like Punk go out there and it's like, okay, impress me. And they do. And you watch it and you go, that's good stuff. That's stuff I never thought of before. And it's unique and it's fresh. And I think, I don't know, I don't want to say, but I think Paul's a little overrated. Right. He's overrated for being great, but I can't sit here and tell you that I can name one match that I ever thought he ever had with anybody that was great.
Oh, that's fair.
Good. A lot of good matches. And it's kind of a shame. He should have a great match. somewhere with somebody. And you'd think he would have had it by now, but I don't think he's a great wrestler. And that's just my thoughts on it.
People say wrestling, you know, they talk about wrestling not being real. It's far more real than people think. My relationship with Vince McMahon was always sort of like a father.
14-year relationship was destroyed because one member of that relationship forgot that we're in the sports entertainment business.
I think I was sorry when I signed the deal. Bret had leveraged himself against Turner's operation and bid himself up so much, and everyone around me at that time was saying, oh, my, you can't let Bret go. I listened to them. I think I'm sorry that I did.
All these wrestlers that have broke their backs making this living for years end up with nothing when it's over. And then they sort of take you out back and they put a slug in the back of your head and dump you out. And that's the life of a professional wrestler.
May 23rd, 1999, Kemper Arena, Kansas City, Missouri. An uneasy Owen Hart prepares himself for a professional wrestling match. It will be the last time he enters a ring.
A shocking death tonight in the world of professional wrestling.
Canadian Owen Hart, known as the Blue Blazer, was killed performing a pre-match stunt.
In professional wrestling, Owen Hart was a reluctant star. He was a distinctly normal man in a very strange world. But Owen Hart had been born for nothing else. He was the son of a wrestling legend and the younger brother of Bret Hart, a wrestling superstar. Owen worked for Vince McMahon, owner of the World Wrestling Federation. McMahon helped make him a star. Now Owen would pay the ultimate price for a stardom he never really wanted.